Welcome back to ESPN 1000. This is Beyond Sports. I'm going to talk very fast. She's Hannah Stanley. I'm Marty Kennedy. In studio is Jodi Murphy, and she is the host of Total Wrecklamation.
You're like the Micro Machine guy.
I know.
Except for today, you're the Murco Machine guy.
I have to. I didn't even realize we're, tick-tock up against the clock, Daddy-O. So, and it's a clock that I'd auction off if she wasn't standing here. But, so anyways, you have something coming up. Could you tell us about the... What is it, the Apple...
Green Apple Festival.
I knew it.
Yeah, there's a great initiative that goes on every year during Earth Week or Earth Month. It
is Earth Month,
where they have concerts, simultaneous concerts going on in various cities. Mm-hmm. Chicago is one of the cities that they chose, and I was lucky enough to host it last year. Mm-hmm. With Kyle Orton,
yeah,
my boy, and that was a ton of fun, and I get to do it again. But this year they're doing it a little differently. So if you did not go to greenapplefestival.com or planetgreen.com and volunteer, sign up to volunteer to do something environmentally friendly, it's a great idea. What they're doing is tying into Obama's initiatives on volunteering and green.
Yeah.
And the whole green movement. So it's anybody who volunteers for these events then gets a free concert.
Okay.
And the one at the Metro tonight is with Cracker and Friends. And if you did not sling mulch,
it'll happen again next year.
Yeah. And if you're interested in volunteering, like you said before, every day is Earth Day.
Right.
You can get more information at planetgreen.com.
Right. And another great source for people is treehugger.com, which is in conjunction with Planet Green.
Yeah, you can link right through.
You can link right through, and there's like a million articles and stories and tips, and it's really cool. It's a great site.
I found on the Total Reclamation section of Planet Green's website different ways to recycle everything, like 5 different uses for cardboard boxes, 5 different uses for a shower curtain. So you can go on there and get inspiration for reutilizing everything to keep your own things out of the landfill.
Well, in my opinion, because of my line of work, I am such an advocate of reuse. I believe that reuse is the highest order. I mean, obviously reduce is good too, but why do it again if you already got it? Why not exchange it? It's not like it's not good. We're not selling, people some, shards of wood. We're selling them quality materials at a very cheap price. Yeah, and it's just like it's one of those things where it works well for everybody involved.
Mm-hmm. Well, in that aspect, because obviously some of the homes that are being demolished are old. I mean, I think the one in Downers Grove that I saw
always.
No. But I'm saying some cases, was from the 20s or 30s or something. So do you have to check in some of the materials first to make sure they're safe? Because some of the stuff you have to...
Yeah, I'd go around and lick the baseboards to see if there's lead. No, I'm kidding.
You know what I'm talking about? Like flooring, though. Like you might have run into asbestos or something like that.
No, they don't... Well, no. There's no asbestos in floor. Oh, that kind of flooring?
Yeah,
I'm talking about wood.
Because I think you said... Okay, yeah, because you said you don't redo tile or...
Yeah, you know what?
You can't, but...
Right.
I didn't know if there was any other materials in building products that you have to kind of be, aware of that might not be safe to have.
Well, one thing is Freon. When we sell mechanicals...
Oh, right. There you go.
They have to have a licensed HVAC guy come out and...
There you go.
Back, to back charge the Freon into the unit and crimp it because,
Right, it's unsafe to be...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's never good.
That's what I was...
we're sort of defeating the purpose,
Yes.
Absolutely. I wasn't looking for the brain surgery aspect, but I just know demolishing stuff in neighborhoods that people are like, oh my God, I had a special crew in and take out the tile because it was asbestos, blah, blah, blah. So,
well, yeah, that's called abatement. That's different.
Oh, I know.
All right, so we've got Jodi Murphy, self-admitted queen of reusing.
Yeah.
And then Queen of Green, baby.
Queen of Green.
Other than Kleenex.
And then we got Planet Green over here. The network of all things green.
Right.
And not greenery. That's a very different network.
Yes.
Okay, Planet Green and Jodi Murphy over here. How did the twain meet?
Oh, you know what? It's God bless Google. That's what I have to say about that. I got a call from our production company, Big Fish Entertainment, and she just was calling to say, hey, we're trying to, come up with a show idea, and we're looking for a 15-minute segment from you, and I was, I'm at a job site. People are banging and pounding, and I'm going, hey, Charlie, get over here. You owe me money, and la la. and so it was going to be one 15-minute segment. She called a couple times. I talked about my industry because that's what I do. And, if I knew what selling building materials was going to be my vocation, I would have played a lot more in college because, it's not a rocket science, but it is worthy. And so she said, well, why don't you, my boss wants to talk to you. I'm like, fine. So he calls in after like the third call. I'm like, why are you calling me again for a 15-minute segment?
Yeah.
And he said these words, well, Jodi, here's the thing. He goes, I thought, what you do and who you are and your scene, making a living with, working and recycling and reuse is kind of what we wanted through all the different companies. So we want to come film a pilot. Can I just tell you? So I'm like, whatever, pilot. Come film. You know where I'll be every weekend. I'm auctioning. That's what I do. You can film if you want. I'm thinking I'm going to get a nice little promo for my company, for my decon
the one timer.
Yeah, and I'm thinking this is going to be slick,
Yeah.
So, when they first started shooting, it took me like 40 takes to drive in the driveway, and one of the times I forgot to put it in park. I was such a wreck. And I don't get nervous.
No,
right? No, I didn't notice.
Usually, but the more nervous I got, the worse it became.
Oh,
and
sure.
It was like I was a train wreck.
Snowball.
Okay?
Yeah.
It was the night before they were shooting the pilot. Okay, I mean of the auction that they were shooting. Okay, the next day, it was like, back off, people. I got a job to do, and it was just completely different energy. And I was like, okay, maybe I could do that. I just didn't even see them.
Right.
And so
you were what reality television is supposed to be.
Oh,
that was actual reality.
Well, the reality is this is how I earn a living. Mm-hmm. A green business is great, but unless you're profitable, it's going to be in the red. You don't want a green business in the red.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah, right.
And you can quote me on that one.
I'm right.
That's a pretty good phraseology.
I'm telling you, I do that sometimes.
Well, in that same vein, I have my own phraseology. It's
bye-bye.
No, it's close. It's something like that. It's leave the audience wanting more as opposed to wanting to leave more.
Yes.
So that's why we're going to have to invite you back because our hour is now up.
I think we've actually been cut off. We stopped talking 12 minutes ago.
Right. They're in a sports center right now at the top of the hour. So, Jodi Murphy, thank you so much for coming. We appreciate it.
You're so welcome.
And
go to planetgreen.com for more information. You can also go to Murco.net for more information about Jodi and where she's going to be, because you can stalk her like I do.
You can shop. Better yet, shop.
You can also go to ESPNChicago.com.
Yeah,
for
the new
more information.
ESPNChicago.com.
More information about our show, go into the radio section, and it'll lead you back to the promised land of us.
I have a feeling by people going to that site, they're going to learn how to do things a little more green out there, Missy, with
greenier.
So,
sure.
Thank you so
right. Mike and Mike in the morning.
Yeah,
see how I brought that
coming up tomorrow at 5 a.m. So thank you so much for listening. This has been Beyond Sports only on ESPN 1000.
Have a great week.